The problem with this book is that it has busted open that old and still raw wound at a time when it was just beginning to heal. This is clearly a couple who feel quite aggrieved by the fact that they've never been able to answer their critics, they've never been able to address incorrect reporting, and I think this book is being used to correct some of the myths that were perpetuated through the tabloids. They feel, Meghan particularly, that she had been muted for most of her royal life, as short as it was. The Sussexes have denied that they have spoken to either Carolyn Durand or Omid Scobie. This was an announcement that came out of their official camp just a day ahead of the serialisation. Omid Scobie was also asked in an interview with Andrew Billen from The Times whether he had spoken to Meghan and Harry, either on or off the record, and Omid said he hadn't spoken to the couple. Nonetheless, there has been a lot of speculation that the Sussexes have actually been involved with this book. And I think what's very clear is that they have wanted to get their side of the story across. Meghan certainly has felt frustrated by being a royal, that she wasn't able to speak out, that she wasn't able to address her critics. And clearly, whether or not she has directly spoken with one or both of the authors, she has certainly allowed confidants, close friends and sources to speak on her behalf, and that is quite simply to get her side of the story out there. I haven't read the book in full, no one has. In fact, even Oprah wasn't able to get an advance copy of this book. It has literally been kept under lock and key by the Times and the Sunday Times. Having myself written royal biographies, I think it's fair to say this is no Andrew Morton's Diana. However, the level of detail in this book is quite remarkable. What the authors have managed to do is get a level of detail which is unprecedented. It's very clear that they have had access to sources incredibly close to Meghan and Harry, not just over Megxit, but from the very beginning of their love story. This book lifts the lid on when the engagement actually took place, which was weeks before it was made official. We get some really remarkable details about those first dates. This is not necessarily shocking new revelations. I think the story is familiar to all of us now, but this is the first time we are hearing it really from Harry and Meghan's perspective. This has made the book compelling and fascinating, but for the royal family, yes, this book has been damaging because it has opened up old wounds. The very term Megxit very clearly put the blame, as it were, on Meghan. You know, this was Meghan's decision to leave the royal family, to leave Britain, and she was taking Harry with him. There were even rumours that she said to him, "I'm going with or without you." It's actually my understanding, and this is also explored in Finding Freedom, that it wasn't just Meghan's decision. You know, I think Harry was very much a driving force. You know, people don't perhaps give Harry enough credit. Harry is a pretty opinionated and strong-willed man, and it was always my understanding, I've been told by several very well-placed sources, that it wasn't just Meghan, you know, dragging Harry away. She was the catalyst for making it happen. She gave him a new confidence. But actually, I think the truth is that for a long while, Prince Harry has wanted out. This was a prince who'd spoken quite vocally about the restrictions of being a royal, the weight of burden, a boy who said he wished he hadn't at times been born a prince. So I think that says a lot about Prince Harry. And I think Meghan really just gave him that confidence that there was another route to explore, that they didn't have to live this life. And I think the problem was that their lives had become so unhappy and so miserable that actually that other route, which Harry had always toyed with, suddenly became a real and attractive possibility. Clearly, the way the couple handled their departure from the firm caused a lot of damage, and that is something that Finding Freedom explores, and I don't think it was a secret. It was no secret that the Queen, the senior members of the royal family were disappointed but deeply hurt by how Harry and Meghan chose to launch their departure from the royal family. But I think the family had moved on from that. There was an acceptance that this was what was going to happen. Harry and Meghan were going to start their new lives. And I think that they were on a path to moving on. The problem with this book is that it has busted open that old and still raw wound at a time when it was just beginning to heal.